Welcome back everybody, here on JustDaZack, where I show you interesting video games almost every day. Today we are going to have a look at Zoria, Age of Shattering, a squad-based tactical RPG that also emphasizes inventory and resource management. I have frankly just seen the trailer and some pictures of this game and thought, okay, that looks like a very promising RPG, that is totally my niche. I'm gonna check it out, and per usually, we're going to have a look at the official demo of the game. The game itself will be released someday within 2023. Well, but let's check out if it is any good, shall we? Let's hit new game. I'm very excited to give this a try. I am such a sucker for good tactical and also interesting looking RPGs. That seems very good. The trailer had some great voice acting, introduced us to very challenging, cool-looking gameplay, and apparently this is where we are, the Frozen Lands. Oh no! This is one of these moments where I wished I had, like, a press a button to continue after a loading screen, because I wanted to really have a look at the map there. Welcome to Zoria, Age of Shattering. The build you're about to play is in beta build, and so many things are still subject to change. Being in beta build, there may still be various bugs or inconsistencies that went unnoticed throughout the game. Enjoy your time with the game. That is definitely fair enough. Also, let me just check the volume just a bit, and let's continue. Another restless night on these 9 forsaken lands. And, as I've come to expect, the dream came again, taunting me with its cryptic, pointless imagery. I have no idea what it wants from me, nor why it will not let me sleep. How am I supposed to be of any use to my people, if I cannot even wrest control of my own mind and rest? Dawnbreak pierces through the camp, and the rays of the sun invade my tent long before I give them permission to. One of my scouts has returned from his nightly duties. Naturally, he finds me dressed and waiting for him, all signs of fatigue washed away from my face. An army, no matter its size, is only as strong as its leader. Alright, is that us? Also, I stumbled a bit about my tongue there. Whoa, man, quite a bit. Alright. Oh, we have a narrator. I really hope. Please, this is important. It's fine, this is a beta build, but in the main game, this has to be narrated, right? It has to be. You hear the scout before you can see him. His ragged breath louder than the flap of your tent as it is pulled back. The scout waits eagerly for you to address him, his posture uncertain and submissive. You sigh. He most certainly brings you bad news. Speak. What have you learned? The man bows low, perhaps with a little too much reverence in his gestures. We found no way in, my lord. The Elonians have secured the area tighter than a maiden's purity. I like how the comment is a bit too exciting for what is happening right now, I feel. So, take that as a minor nitpick. Crest, but I get the idea. Anything else? Do we know what they're guarding? The man shakes his head and raises a finger as he catches his breath. He has rings under his eyes and barely stands up straight. No, my lord, we almost died trying to get inside the camp proper. We fell back to the outer perimeter for the remainder of the night. Ooh, we have choices. Nice, that has to be the thing in proper RPGs. What have you learned of their supply lines? What can you tell me of their defense? Is there anything else of you can tell me? What can you tell me about their defense? The defenses, yes. Well, my lord, they're magical. Magical? Magical. There's some sort of barrier around the whole Ilion encampment. Once you pass through it, it sears your flesh and drills into your mind. Olin was hit pretty hard. He's outside at the healer's tent. I think he could tell us more, but I don't know if he is in any condition to talk. Ooh, new quest, unusual defenses. So what have you learned of their supply lines? We've spotted a patrol returning from the windmill north of the village. It was laden with grains and bread. They stopped on the road, waited for almost one turn of the hourglass. Another cart joined them, coming from the lumber mill further up the peninsula. What of the caravan's guards? Light guard, my lord, and very carefree. They traveled late in the evening. It does not seem they fear anyone around these parts. An attack on the caravans would be very easy. No, they would accomplish nothing. They would just send another the following week with more guards and they would know we are targeting them. No, this problem must be tackled at the root. I will speak with the miller and the lumberjacks myself. New quest, supply lines. Okay, anything else you can tell me? Not much else about the Leon garrison. They're guarding the place something fierce. But there's something else. The people in town, they don't like these soldiers either. There's talk of fighting and a desire to drive these soldiers away. They say they rob and beat up townsfolk, act like they're the lords of the place. Maybe we can use that. Dissidents at the Drunken Oyster. Well, that sounds like a quest. Why are you back so soon? You were supposed to continue your mission through the morning. It was Olin, my lord. I found him right at the edge of the Eleon encampment. He was hurt badly and I carried him back to our camp. He couldn't walk and could barely talk. He told me of the barrier. Alright, very well. We will speak later. I must talk to the troop and prepare myself before heading out. Why do you tell me about your job? I'm your general. That's natural, of course. Okay, first off, so apparently we are Calivi. We have 1000 HP. Maybe that's just the introduction. Oh, look at that sword, alright? Let's see. The question in these RPGs is we have a chest. Is there like a tab button where we can see all the items we can interact with? Yes, there is. Very important. It's always just so uncomfortable when games don't do that nowadays. Even back in the day, frankly. Okay, we have a journal. Oh, whoa, that's quite a bit. The 5th of Eastos. We arrived in Nulbarak, on the western fringes of the Elonian kingdom. Setting up camp here was a lot easier than he had anticipated. There's a certain indifference floating in the air. The locals pay us little heed and we have seen little troop movement in the area. Initial scout reports confirm that the only Elonian military presence prefers to remain confined to the general area of the Lonely Tower. We must find out what they keep inside. But I will allow my troops to rest for at least a couple of days. The road here was onerous and passing through the front lines with even this modest retinue of soldiers was trying. I hope I can also rest. Next day, there's a village here with a dock. One would think the presence of a dock would mean the area is prosperous and that trade abounds in the area. Both of these things are untrue. The village is poor. The people walk around with fear and abandon in their eyes. Or at least, this is what my initial scouting reports say. I have dispatched further scouts to bring me detailed reports of everything that goes on in the area. Next day. Oh, wait. Ah, okay, the black thing is our scrolling marker. I was a little bit confused there for a second. The dreams have returned. I had hoped that they were gone forever, but no. The strange figure plagues me again. He has planted a seed deep inside my heart. A seed of relentlessness and anguish that he delights in. The seed will blossom and spread its poison into my mind lest I find the cause of it. It's always the same. He beckons me down these ancient corridors, promise wonder and power, draws me on and on. There are details in the dreams, but they vanish as soon as I wake. Each time I rush to my quill to lay down the visions in my mind, but they fly away like butterflies. I must not let my frustration get the better of me. Alright, we are a plagued general. Chest, ooh, supplies. Minor healing potion, minor energy potion, and a minor potion of defense. I'll gladly take that all, thank you very much. Also, let's go into the settings and actually set down the master volume just a bit. I feel like it's still too loud. But as always, I'm just very new to all of these things, guys. So feel free, please, I highly encourage you. Give me feedback on literally everything on these videos and how I present them, on the audio quality of my mic, on the usual audio quality, on the different volumes of the game, and so on. Now I think I made it a bit too quiet. That would be highly, highly appreciated. Alright. Maybe like this? Let's check this out. There's a chest opening sound. That's always good. Gravekeeper's hand wraps and a dancing golden crusher. Sure. For now, I'll just take it all. We have a shield of mastery, short staff of color. Oh, that's a lot of loot just right from the get-go. And we are already very much equipped, right? Chest guard of wisdom. Tainted dark iron visor. We're level 30. Okay, maybe that's literally just the introduction of this demo. No Barak. Frozen lands, Thronen, Badlands, the Scorching. Vrugmanar. Ilion, Isiaria. Alright, so we have the mainland, the frozen lands in the north, the desert in the south, the islands to the left, and the evil lands maybe to the right, to the east. Well, that's quite a bit right from the get-go. Right, no names when we do the tab thing, but fair enough. So, Battle Cleric Sophia. Arrival on Throne Lands. The woman greets you kindly, performing a respectful bow and slamming her weapon. Oh, that's a lot of things. Oh, join me, Sophia. I have need of your strong arms and conviction. Can we just take people from our camp? Interesting. Join me, and together we shall rule this camp. Oh, yeah. We have a level 30 Sophia on our team now. A battle cleric. We are a sentinel. Good to know. She has 300 health. Wow, that is a difference. Wow. How can I talk to her now? It looks like by taking Sophia into my team, I kind of forgone the option to actually being able to talk to her. I can click on her. I can look into her inventory. She is a member of my party. But I don't see a button whatsoever to interact and talk with her again. Did I screw up there? Oh no. Well, she's part of us now. But she just doesn't want to talk. No. One thing I notice is that you can only sell one item at a time currently. That's a bit bothersome, especially later when your inventory is very full, I assume. Right click, sell, but there's no mass thing, so you always have to sell one thing at the time right now. A little bit bothersome, or I missed something. Well, that's a crafting station right off the get-go, where we can craft a lot of different items with different levels and rarity levels as well, apparently. But all our current equipment on our characters is at least level 30. And none of them have like a common rarity, which I assume would be, yep, the rarity common, the ones without any shine on them. Alright, so there we go with resource management, that's for sure. Oh, the same with cooking. That is a lot. Oh man, that is quite overwhelming right from the get-go. Well, luckily I don't have anything yet. I should gather my party first and then pursue this matter. No, you don't get it! It's like, you have to gather your party before venturing forth. Please! Oh, that's the thing. But it's a start. Looks like I assembled my party by talking to different people. You have the ability to choose your party here. Well, the same I did with Sophia. I currently have, well, her and Matthias, the King's Man. There was also a ranger, a thief, a lancer, and I think another person I could have talked to. And I guess you also get the ability to change and swap your party member throughout the game. I definitely saw that early on as well, as an menu option. But look at them! Everyone level 30, highly equipped. And just looking cool, standing there. Everyone definitely trained their poses. Very important for the camera. Cool. Let us ring the war drums! Oh no, it only worked once. Dang it! Time for some alchemy. Apparently I already found quite some ingredients here in the wizard stand. So let's create some minor healing potions. Recover 50. Quite a decent amount for a cleric that also has like only has like 328 hit points. Not that much for a main character who is like over 1,000. Well, let's prepare 5. Yeah, let's go all out in. Wait, weak restoration potion. Recover 70 HP. Ah, but different ingredients. I have not a single one owned. I was kind of confused there for a second because this is green. But apparently green potions can also heal you. Fair enough, fair enough. There we go! Crafting successful. We have potions. Yay! Let's explode these crates! Gimme! Gimme! Floom! I do like that there is a quick collect button for every item around you. Suddenly, now I can talk to the wounded soldier. I guess I had to collect my party first before venturing forth. Unusual defenses. Time to venture out towards adventure! You can make camp and rest anytime you need to recover health or clean some adverse effect from your followers. I like that you are able to build a tiny camp yourself. I've seen that before. How long you rest affects how much health your followers need to recover. But manage your resource carefully. Food you carry with you and party composition can give various bonuses if resting for more than 4 hours. Ooh, almost feels D&D-like. I like it. So I found this cave. It looks like I'm supposed to go through here. It's kind of weird with the camera, but I guess you're just supposed to do this and move around. It would be nice. The camera actually goes quite high. Never mind. Oh, that's a lot of resources. So I'm not even playing for 30 minutes and my inventory already looks like this. I mean, it looks like we're supposed to be around level 30. Well, we are level 30. So I guess this is like mid to maybe late game level, later in the full game. But this is already way too overwhelming, way too much junk, and all the different colors kind of makes it hard for me to figure out what's going on. And I'm also so old school that I like to have like inventory armor items and weapons and so be a different size. Like one slot, one size for all these same items. I hate when video games do that, when RPGs do that. Like give me different slots, let the armor be like 4 or 6 slots big, so I can actually differentiate them in my inventory. Please, this is just a clutter and this is already way too overwhelming for me, so I will probably not engage too much with that. I fear. Kind of weird every time I open the map to orientate myself. Well, the character stops, which is kind of makes sense. He's looking at the map, but it would be nice, like in the old Skulls RPGs, if I could move somewhere, also click on the minimap, and my character also moves into that direction already. Party formation. The formations interface allows the player to configure the way the followers are set up on the battlefield. The commander position is fixed, but the followers can be dragged in the desired position in each formation. Well, we can have up to 4 people in our team. 3 more? When I picked up Sophia and Matthias, all the others in my camp just disappeared. I want to have more people in my team. But it's probably good, otherwise I would be too overwhelmed with that as well. Oh, there's a bear! Time for combat! Nice! Alright, you bear. You don't stand a chance. Okay, we have AP action points to move. It seems like a 3 action point economy, if I get this right. Reminds me a little bit of like Pathfinder 2, even though I've never played that, I just heard about it. View inventory. Alright, potions and scrolls may be essential during comic. Choose wisely. Avatar of Justice. Oh, we have different skills. Not enough focus. So our battle cleric needs focus, fair enough. We can choose between a simple attack or devotion. Pray to your chosen divinity, increasing focus by 35, armor by 50%, and receiving a damage-absorbing shield. Ooh. Well, she probably needs that to stay alive, and attacking also generates focus. Well, let's play it safe then. Devotion! I choose you! Confirm! There we go. Okay, cool. You still move a bit ahead? Sure. Can we see the combat turn? We can. So the black bear is gonna be last. Doesn't seem to have an individual icon yet on the right side. It's more like, okay, that's just animals in general. Fair enough. Okay, you move there. I would like to end my turn. Oh, he has only 2 action points. Attack and a bandage. For the others, he needs more. Can we just run up and attack? Let's go. Attack generates 30 focus, 45 to 64 damage. This is 420 health already. Not in range. Okay, I could move in range. How do we want to do this? Okay, you move in front of her. Can I just bandage? Bandage a friendly target, healing a minor damage. End turn. But that will discard all my action points, so move as close as possible, I suppose. Let's go. I would like to end my turn. Now it's time for the Kingsman. Attack. Ooh, engage. Compels an enemy to use its next 2 attacks against you, okay? Vanquish thy foe. A wide swing that causes massive damage. Consumes a lot of energy, but also generates focus. He has a lot more options from the get-go. Taunt. Avatar of Protection. The Kingsman receives the King's Blessing, increasing armor by 200% for 3 turns. Alright, he is there to get all the damage in. Got it. So we have to be in range. Can I get in range and use my action points? Is that always 1 action point? Okay, no, these things do have different costs. Fair enough. Guess I just want to move close for now. Select a target. We have to be in range. Now let's just go. Right, I'd like to end my turn. The bear is going to attack. Oh! With an AoE attack as well. Not nice. Healing Prayer. Righteous Blow. Oh, that's the amount of focus we have. Got it. I like how it dynamically changes. Light Touched Strike. Whispers of Prayer that enhances the weapon with holy light and strike an enemy, dealing light damage. Doesn't she have like a range attack at all? I mean, it's a battle cleric, but I expected a little bit. How is she supposed to survive then? Let's see, 1 AP. Would be nice if the camera would kind of focus on what's going on. I feel like I always have to readjust the camera by myself all the time, which certainly works, but I'm lazy. And it also gets confusing, I suppose, when more enemies will be there. But let's get to that when it actually happens. So can I do this already? Am I in range? Bam! Ooh, critical strike. Is there a combat log? Journal, party formation, no. Inventory, I would love to have a combat log to actually have an overview of what is happening. Also, my melee characters, the other guys, are apparently bloodied, right? The deep cuts and other injuries will make you lose blood, thus weakening you until the point of death. Bandages, some potions, or ranger during rest can remove them. Oh man, we should have picked the ranger apparently. So this takes 1. Will I continue losing health? I guess I just want to attack right now. Let's focus him down. 35 attack. Okay, that took 1 action point. I still have 1 left. Good to know. Intervene. The sentinel places a mark on friendly target. If that marks his attack, the sentinel will step in, transforming to himself 100% of the damage and places him next in queue. The friendly target also receives a shield that will absorb damage. Surging Sigil. Oh man, there's a lot of abilities here. Place a sigil on a party member that will heal them. Next turn, the sigil jumps to another party member and heals them. The sigil will jump 3 times before disappearing. If a target that has a sigil receives another sigil, it will heal that target for twice the amount and then dissipate. Alright. I don't know what the smartest way is. Banner of Might. Raise a battle banner that increases strength and agility by 20% of all party members around you. I don't know. Attack! Alright, you have to finish him off. Engage, taunt. Definitely attack once. Not enough. Not enough. Bear Maul against me. Not nice. Bear Bite! No, the Bear Maul and the Bear Bite. Healing Prayer. Heal a party member. This takes 1, sure. Pew! Heal, heal, attack! Flum! Alright, we won our first combat. Haha! I'm a master at this game, and everyone is bleeding. They keep losing health? Are you kidding me? How do I pause the game? Controls. Wait, what? This is not nice. It doesn't happen while I'm in the menu, right? That would be not nice. Does that really happen right now? 181? 972. We're like just literally bleeding to death. Okay, wait. Bandages. That's an ability. Why can't I use my abilities? Can I use my ability? Ability. Bandage. Go. Why can't I use that? I mean, if I can do it in combat, it's literally called bandage. That's what the game told me, right? Can I use a healing potion for that? Oh god. Also, heavy wounds will make the target less effective. Can I pause, please? How do I pause the game? This is already too much for me. I also gained a heavy wound, which also only seemed to be removed once I rest. Which is not nice. I just did a very easy combat and I'm required to rest already because I'm bleeding a bit. I can't do anything about this. We have so many things. This is too much. This is too much. Oh no. Hey, armor +2, bronze material. Well, otherwise I could go on, but I would bleed till death. Let's try the resting mechanic then. Let's place it here. Everyone, rest! This does look nice though. We could cook, we could rest, we could inventory, we could pack and leave. Rest. I don't want to die. Alright, what can we do here? These are our characters. Somehow we could just gain deep cuts, heavy wounds, and also the decreased armor just from this bear, man. Oh man. Let's say our class bonuses, food items. I apparently don't have any food at all. So class bonuses, leadership, I can select 2. Bonus for resting 4 more hours. Okay, I can choose how many hours I would like to rest. Got it. The question is if I rest here. Oh, rest the amount of hours and you can see how much disappears. But apparently my deep cuts do not disappear, only my heavy wound. If I rest how long? 4 hours. Sundor use a lancer. Bandages, some potions, or a ranger. Wait, what? So my deep cuts just stay? Even if I take a rest? Because I don't have a ranger or a bandages? Even though I have an ability called bandages, literally, which I can use in combat, which takes like seconds in real time, like with this game. Oh no. Let's see, leadership. Commander shares this experience from previous battles around the campfire. The experience gathered is increased by 5% for 30 minutes. Effect does not stack. Rationing will decrease the cost of supplies used for the number of rested hours by 15%. A soothing prayer will increase the health regenerated while resting by 15%. That doesn't seem to matter. So maybe like this. I think I'm healing up to full, right? So resting for 4 hours. I'm fully rested, and I'm still heavily hurt, and I'm bleeding to death. I just slept for 4 hours, but I'm actively bleeding to death. What do I do against that? I don't have a ranger. Ah, we have a potion of coagulation. Removes up to 5 stacks of bleed. I can make 1. Well, that's something. Let's prepare this. Oh, I have apparently 2 owned anyway. I haven't seen those in my inventory at all. Okay, okay. Where the hell are they? Found them. Okay, I would like to use this. Alright. And I would like to use this. I'm at least not bleeding to death anymore. I also don't have a lancer. Find a blacksmith or trader that repairs armor. That was just 1 bear. 1 more combat and I just keep dying until I bleed out. That feels way too punishing. Okay, let's go to this tower. I'm afraid of bears now, even though I'm level 30. An offer to the gods can yield powerful buffs. Plus 30 any. Alright, I'll take that, thank you. There's a lookout tower here. But it seems it doesn't even have an entrance. Not sure how you're supposed to get up there then. Or anyone, really. Come on, everyone. I would like to pose here over this dead boar to look awesome. Also dead worms and... Yeah, that's why I'm the leader. Look at this! Nature is cruel. Oh no, more boars! Get ready for combat! It would be nice if you gain the ability to just, if you have enough points, to run up and smack an enemy. But you have to do it step by step, it seems. But at least it seems to tell you when you actually are in range. So I'm gonna move in range for this one. Smack him! The boar is taunting, apparently. I'm not sure if the game... Nope, just took a long time for that boar to taunt us. A long time. Okay, I like my light touch strike, so let's move over here again. It does tell you when you are in range of certain abilities. I like that. Bam! No, that feels good. All party members around the Sentinel will receive protection and remove one incapacitating. All party members around the Sentinel will receive protection and remove one incapacitating effect from a party member chosen randomly if multiple targets are affected. I wonder if this would work for the bleeding effect, but I hope not, because otherwise that would be kind of weird, frankly. Banner of Might, so we can only buff. Crit chance. Put the banner down. Get ready to smack some boars. Even though this is kind of taunting, it seems like I still got something. Still managed to take this one. Not sure why, but I'll take it. The King's Men received the King's Blessing, increasing armor by 200%. Where do I even see armor, my guys? This one? No, we have health, energy, special resource. This one has health, mana, and a special resource. Health, energy, special resource. So armor is apparently just on your inventory. If we look at this, oh, we can't access our character inventory, just our consumable inventory in combat. Fair enough. Yep, it's blocked. So I assume that just buffs our armor from... Yeah, it would be nice to see that in combat then. To actually see how much one can get. Okay, swing. Deflect. Okay, magic deflection. Place a shield on a party member that will absorb 30% of any physical damage done to it. After being hit 3 times, it will release the energy stored to a single random enemy on the battlefield. The release is arcane magic. Guess on us, right? Because we're buffing. There we go. Taunting, I mean. Yeah, did that work? I have no idea. I would love to have a combat log. Oh, the boar is taunting again. This is gonna take a while. No, I'm not stuck in the forest. It's just sometimes hard to click on actual walkable ground. Was there something? There's something still left from the boars we have slaughtered. Gimme, wild boar meat and some bones. Alright, well, yeah, I was actually stuck there for quite a few seconds in the forest there. But hey, it's fine. We found our way out. There's more flowers on the thing. On the way road. King's Laugh. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, there's salamanders. That's fire salamander. Let's talk to him. Sure. Oh, that was not talking. Oops. Hello, salamander. I would like to talk with you. How are you doing? This. Oh yeah, but these cockroaches, we're gonna leave them alive because they are on our side. I really like how these crates keep exploding. Bam, bam. That is very satisfying. So this is the trade refuge. Trading refuge. But there's no one here. And also it seems like there's no way for me to actually go anywhere. So we also have a lookout tower there. The Dalroot Grotto. Storehouse. Quest point there. Quest point. Let's go to the south and then... Oh, what the hell, a cow? Can we fight the cow? Hello, cows. I like nature. Hoocha. Okay. And move through the world. I like how this is being set up. Looking there, running down the path. Looking at the beach. Apparently the Oyster Tavern is down here. Ooh. Change of sound as well. Hello, everybody. No one here. Not much going on though, right? Even though we have the shark here. Let's go. Ooh, very nice atmosphere. Let's just go on the board on this epic boat and just do our own adventure. I'd like to have a look into the distance to see what's over there, or the ship. But you're definitely bound to your view. More than it makes the assumption. Regardless, there is actually people here. Fishers! Hello! You can't talk to them. Hello! Oh, it sounds so harsh even. Like there's a storm outside, but I mean, this kind of looks like a storm, but these guys are just chillaxing there. Fishing. Kind of a weird mix. Oh, demolition. Oh, not available. With sheer power, any obstacle can be obliterated. Clearing large boulders out of the way or caved ceilings isn't an easy job. Requires the Lancer class. So I need a way to switch up my team again, it seems. Stoke the fire, if you could build something. Hello, chicken, I would like to talk to you. Ah, rats. I love rats. Rats are supposed to be my friends. Cockroaches and rats, I will never harm any of those. That's why I'm the leader. Finally, a proper tavern with some smoke in the background. Well, that's one way to show it. It's also surprisingly dark in here, giving the music and the atmosphere it seems to want to create. Well, let's just loot everything. No one! I will destroy these barrels! I'm a nice guest at this tavern. Doing this quest apparently rewards me with 500 coins, 250 XP, also 500 coins and 250 XP, and also 500 coins and 850 XP. Is this in relation to my team members? Kind of weird. A shady trader. Oh yes, I'm shady. Hello, sir. Browse merchant items. Welcome. I'm sure I've got what you're looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. So there's this Amulet of Might, which gives us the critical chance 1. Does that literally mean this is a level 30 item that gives us a critical hit chance of 1%? Also, I like how the frame of the description kind of leaves my window here. Tear Shadow Dagger. Apparently there's timings on these things as well, because this is a shady trader. I guess they disappear after a minute. Let's actually wait and see what happens after this minute. 2, 1, and... Okay, it actually looks like some of these items changed. This short sword of mutilation. Hit chance 1. What does that mean? Just plus 1%? Doesn't seem much like for level 27 thing. The Cursed Book of Putrefaction. That's just too much. I don't know. Look at my inventory. I can just craft, I guess. I don't know. There's so much of everything in this game. Just destroy everything here. I want a tavern fight. Go. Oh, what? I just wanted to destroy one. The drunken oyster is alive with clamor and the voices of man and woman arguing. Standing against the bar is a tall, blond man, past his prime, but hardy. He seems to be the center of the commotion, with people gathered around him, exchanging loud words back and forth. Enough! Enough, I say! The other day, the bastards demanded old Ralph's pick, and when he refused, they gave him a solid thrashing and took the pick away. This has to stop! A villager on the back of the inn banged his cup on the table, interrupting loudly. So what's the plan then, Morin? Go on, tell us! You gonna walk up to the camp with your big stick and ask them to kindly piss off? Morin's wind was suddenly taking out of him, and he looked around furtively. Well, no, not like that. We can't fight them like that at the camp, but we gotta organize ourselves and stand up to them. Oh, and they'll listen to you after that, won't they? Just like they've listened to old Ralph? We'll just get these young lads beaten or imprisoned, like Niam, here's husband. A woman with a scar over her cheek at a nearby table nodded gravely, her hands nursing a large, steaming mug. Listen, Ethan, you do whatever. Me and the boys have already started training ourselves up a bit. Putting our minds and hands together for a little local militia, you see? You wanna do anything, you let me know. Otherwise, good luck to you. Tomorrow, it might be your pick. The day after that, your wife. An awkward silence descended over the room for a few moments before someone broke it with a jab about how Ethan's wife already did the village rounds, so it wouldn't be anything new. Sneering and laughter erupted at the table, and everyone went back to their drinks, with Morin turning to a corner of the tavern with a group of young men. I have to admit, the writing is pretty well done up to this point. It is intriguing. I want a tavern fight! Destroy everything! Who do you think? I'm the general! Click! Yes! The barrel... Oh, almost ran out of the map there. You don't mind, right? Hello, sir. You are the innkeeper? But not any longer. I will destroy everything. And I will cook here, cause I'm the general. I can just do that. Yeah, they don't seem to care. Oh, apparently there's a very strong weapon here, the broad axe of dead relatives. It's actually level 31. It's a one-handed axe that also adds gash, damage bonus 12% weapon damage, has an exotic rarity, durability, physical damage, initiative, hit chance, critical chance. Seems to influence a lot. Let's see if I can equip this. And if that even is an upgrade to my current weapon. I cannot equip this because my... this is required character level 31. Dang it. To get up to level 31, I need like almost 55,000 more XP. What did this other quest give me? Wait, what were my quests? Active, I'm telling you, this gives me 250, 250, and 850. That's quite a bit not enough in comparison to 55,000. Okay. So much for Morin standing at the corner, but maybe I misread that. Standing in the middle of the room. And this host is just kind of... She seems like she's stuck there. Well, it's better. Cockroaches and a chicken. Ooh, another chicken. Local boss and a chicken. I'm sure these villagers will surely join me in battle against the evil and... I forgot the name of the enemy faction. Yes. Oh. Can't pick up the cabbage though, but... Oh, we can actually move it with our character. I love this. Okay, go into the water! Yay! It fell down! Into the world. First, this cabbage gonna roll. Let's see. Wait, my people are in the way. No, you're gonna stop the cabbage! No, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Nope. Sorry, my friend. I really need to get the cabbage there. Yeah! Haha! Fell down. There's a storehouse here, and there's also this guy. Old Pete! There's a crab. Let's talk to the crab. Let's not talk to the crab. Hallo, fire salamander. Mach Beine auseinander. Mach Beine wieder zu. Und raus bist du. Hi, 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 tie, space taxi to the sky. I just drifted there to a different movie. Hey, Old Pete! Aw. Doesn't want to talk to us. To adventure once again, killing goblins and doing other quests. Is that the goblin cave? It's the goblin cave. Let's just... Yep, combat. Let's start combat, guys! I'm ready! I have the overview. Oh no, that's fine. Luckily, you can move the camera quite well. Goblin warrior, 4 HP. Okay, 3 enemies. Oh, there's another one who just joined the battle, apparently. Hey, me too, guys! I want to fight too! Just noticed that when I do this devotion effect on Sophia, or with Sophia on herself, it doesn't seem like you can actually see that the effect is applied. If I select her, that doesn't seem to be a thing right now. Kinda not so nice. Okay, that's our turn. We can bandage or we can punch. Guess we want to punch. The Goblin Warrior. Right, you're gonna reinforce. I guess we would like to taunt with you, right? Can I taunt all the guys? I guess that's what I have to do. Get ready to taunt! Can I hit all of them? It seems so. Right, Mr. Kinsman. Was that a giant frog of the taunt? Is he gonna attack? Side attack. Wait, there's flanking stuff too? Alright, that was a thing. Bomber throw. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. I would love to have a combat log to see what happens here, because there were so many abilities that you have to learn as a player, right? Okay, let's get into range. I would like to use my light touch strike, which consumes mana and focus, but it also deals light elemental magic. Whisper a prayer that enhances this weapon with holy light and strike an enemy dealing light damage. Strike! Bam. Which definitely deals the most damage so far. Vigilant strike, intervene. The damage places him next in cube. The friendly target also receives a shot that will absorb damage. Not sure if I should place this on my guy. Crit chance 30%. Guess I'm gonna place the sigil on my hitting guy. If I select him, the yellow line is actually not all of his armor. Interesting, but I guess that's supposed how it's how it's being my god English. There we go. Hit this guy, 50 damage. So you're taunting, inventor of protection. Guess you really wanna get your armor up. Magic deflection. Yeah, sure. All out and taking these. What? Why her? I thought he was taunting. Not anymore? Oh no, we're taking in some stuff there. Bomber throw! They're dealing not that much damage, but they're dealing a lot of damage. Ow, stop that! Do I have to continuously do the taunt? I still don't know if the devotion... Oh, healing prayer. Yeah, do that on yourself for sure. Let's just hit! Really need to get these guys down now. Oh no, igniting blade. A fast whirlwind 2-hit attack that ignites the weapon as the sentinel spins it, dealing AoE damage. How much does that? It takes 2 action points, unfortunately. Okay. I would really like to do that, but maybe it's better doing that next turn. Okay, we're gonna move closer in. Just hit it once, I guess. I don't know. Hit! Side attack. Right, engage. Vanquish thy foes. There we go, deal massive damage. One guy down. And just hit this guy, I guess. Go. Shamanistic Rage. Shamanistic Strike. Bomber throw. Boop. Sword Strike, okay. And again. Oh, that's so mean. And now some battle music would be appreciated. Apparently that is in the game, but somehow it's a bit quiet right now. I just noticed. La la la. Avatar of Justice. The battle cleric is filled with immense power, increasing strength by 300% for 5 turns, magic armor by 60%. When the effect ends, a shield engulfs the battle cleric and it will absorb massive damage. Shield of Faith. The battle cleric places a shield barrier around a friendly target, increases chances to block with the shield by 60% for 3 enemy attacks, and places a magical barrier that will absorb all incoming death magic. Okay. Sanctuary. Declare Sanctuary on the battlefield, healing all party members in the area and placing a blessing that will return 60% of the damage back to the attacker. Oh, that sounds good. On one guy? It seems to be AoE though. I don't see the range. That seems to be the range I can place it, but I don't know the range of the Sanctuary. What if I place it here? Oh, it's always apparently from my perspective, maybe. Ignite the blade! Hoocha! Yeah, okay. Okay, attack. Consecrate a small area, providing a moderate damage-absorbing shield to followers within. I guess we really want to just hit this guy. And the game just crashed when I tried to apply a healing prayer on my battle cleric towards herself by selecting the portrait on the left. The game didn't seem to like that. Anyway, I played almost an hour and 20 minutes of Zoria Age of Shattering. I would have loved to end this with a big giant combat. But now that the game has crashed, maybe it's time to take this as a first impression. Ladies and gentlemen, we played Zoria Age of Shattering. Probably it's going to be a bit less for you guys as I'm cutting this down. Please give me feedback. Also link to this demo and the full game is down in the description. Again, the release date is 2023 and it is apparently just the demo beta, very early stage. They mentioned that at the beginning. And frankly, that's how it feels like. My inventory was cluttered, man. And there's crafting, there's alchemy, there is cooking, there is all these stats. And then your items also have durability. Your armor has durability. And that is a lot of stat checking. And you have a limited inventory, I know that. And it's kind of hard to say. Again, I'm mostly nitpicking here because it's very hard to say for me at this point if it's like this is going to be a bad game. This definitely, because no, I don't think so. It definitely has potential. It's a very early build, and that is what it comes down to. It really needs more polish. And the demo was also apparently showing, of course, like we are level 30, just throw you in there. We didn't even see the level ups. Maybe later on, if you play more of the demo, you get the ability to. But it's a lot to take in at the beginning. The crafting, the different classes. You have to have bleeding something. That was very overwhelming and threateningly. And I can see many people become frustrated with that at a full game. When you have to manage so much, I just want to play good RPG, and then you have to manage your potions, you have to manage your inventory items, you have to craft things, you have to cook. Oh, you just fought a single, like, random encounter and everyone is bleeding. No, you need to take a rest again. Chuck the potion. Oh, I don't have the potion. I have to run to the nearest town. Everybody is dying because I didn't have the one potion because I just got hit. My level 30 heavy armored guy just got hit for 5 damage by this bear, but he's bleeding now to death. So that's a danger I see there, essentially. That can be very, very frustrating for a lot of players. Again, there's a lot of inventory items. Like, there's a lot. Hallelujah. I picked up so much. I didn't even know what, like, 90% of those even were. Fair enough, I guess, at a full game when you start out slowly. And that is where it comes down to. The full game really needs a proper introduction to all its mechanics. He just throws you in, which is fine. Again, it's a demo. But that also, for this demo, of course, I can only judge the demo in this impression, and that is just too much. That is very overwhelming. This game has a lot of mechanics, and it doesn't really show you. It's just okay, go in here, wreak havoc, which is a fair approach. But I really hope for the full game that it really slowly teaches you all the mechanics. Now to the positives more. I really liked the world building in general, just from this first impression. Like, we also had a journal with the different bestiaries, and so that, of course, in a full game will be filled out step by step. I definitely really, really like the writing. That is the game's strongest point so far, just from having played the demo. I knew that I was getting into this a bit, but I was still surprised that this didn't feel too much like a typical RPG, which, like, visually, from just what it offers, seems to be very well be. But then again, it's so much tracking again. There really seems to be this emphasis on resource management. Again, different take, but I can see that this might throw a lot of people off. That also makes it interesting, but also very hard for me as someone who wants to give you guys a good, proper introduction to this game and talk about my first impression afterwards. It's very hard to talk about this. So please, I feel like this is a great opportunity for some feedback for me as well to improve on what I could say. Is there something that you guys felt like was missing? Something more that I should have said? Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for hanging around. That was an interesting take on Zoria Age of Shattering. I am definitely interested to see a new demo or the full game coming out someday this year. And I would like to see what has improved and changed from this obviously beta demo. But please, 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 give me your feedback, your impression of this game. Stay awesome, and we will see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.